Uganda has stepped up the fight against invasive alien species that are threatening agriculture and biodiversity. Minister of State for Agriculture, Fred Wino Chakulaga, told a high-level meeting on strengthening Uganda's capacity to manage these threats that there is a need for policies and legal frameworks to combat the growing crisis. The Food and Agricultural Organization's country representative, Dr. Antonio Querido, warned that invasive species have devastating impact on food security and ecosystems.
Academicians and researchers have convened to strengthen Uganda's capacity in managing invasive species which are a threat to biodiversity, agriculture and food security.
Both wild plants and crops are equally affected to the extent that this hedge plant, the Baganda kor or kon, the Banyankore kor or yenje, bitter as it is also affected, compromised and killed away. That is how dangerous this plant can be.
The initiative, funded by European Union, the International Fund for Agriculture Development and the Center of Agriculture and Bioscience International, aims to curb the spread of destructive species.
Species include the Parthenium weed, which is commonly used for decorations. It's actually added to flowers and it is used for decorations unknowingly because people don't know that it's actually a weed. It has beautiful flowers. So people make the mistake of actually mixing it with flowers and decorate functions. Then the second weed we have been discussing about is the golden dodder. Golden dodder is commonly known as spaghetti.
The Minister for State for Agriculture, Fred Wino Chakulaga, emphasized the urgent need for policies, legal frameworks, research and public awareness campaigns to mitigate the spread.
The most important measure is making an alarm, telling whoever minds, whoever cares to listen, that is a problem. Globally, we have very many of such species, but here in Uganda, we have identified those which are the worst.
Food and Agriculture Organization country representative Dr. Antonio Querido says invasive species are a global crisis.
Only talking about crops, there are also invasive species that are insects and some of the virus that comes in that creates a lot of challenges for agri-food systems here in Uganda. Once they come, eradicate any invasive species becomes a problem.
Dr. Stephen Maguma from the Ministry of Agriculture warned that invasive species are a major risk to agri-food systems and wildlife.
They are incidentally taking over our ecosystems. Our native plants are on the decline to the extent that some of them have already faced local extinctions, which is not very good.
Uganda Wildlife Authority is currently grappling with the problem or challenge of invasive plant species in protected areas, spanning almost all the protected areas in the country: Kidepo, Murchison, Lake Buru, Katonga Wildlife Reserve, Toro Semuliki Wildlife Reserve, Queen Elizabeth, Wind, Mugahinga, and so on.
Senior entomologist at NARO, Dr. Kasfa Katono, said they are having community engagement programs to address the crisis.
We have a lot of initiatives in this regard. For example, regarding the management of Congress weed or Parthenium weed, which is devastating agricultural lands, rangelands and pasture lands, we always encourage to have community rearing facilities for these natural entities.
But if you involve the farmers and stakeholders in this approach where we can obtain surveillance data, we can know that these species have come in and can be able to identify the hotspots and go and tackle them at the hotspots where they've been identified.
So early detection, community awareness and stricter enforcement at ports and borders are strategies to control spread and protect Uganda's ecosystem. Charity Marion Imnat and Robert Bwaita for UBC.